Welcome back. Here we are in downtown Macon. 41 Skyview brought to you by Ken's of Macon and Warner Robins. Just a couple of clouds overhead right now. We've definitely had a mix today, and while obviously things are going to get cloudier before the storms tomorrow, it's not going to be an immediate process. 54 degrees currently with calm winds. Good to see that. Nothing going on with the radar as of right now. A low of 39 tonight. Should be around the midnight hour, maybe shortly thereafter. South-southeast winds around 5 miles per hour. Good to see temperatures that are getting this cold overnight tonight. That kind of helped a little bit on Tuesday, and it could most certainly play a major factor in terms of tomorrow's storm threat. You know, when you get down nice and cold like this, that's just more work for the atmosphere to warm it back up ahead of those storms, which again aren't coming in as early as they did on Tuesday. You're going to see showers around sunrise, and then we begin to see this cold front approaching as we get to the lunchtime hours. So this is likely to be scattered storms. We'll get a closer look at that in just a second. But what I want to point out here is this warm front being this far south, right? There is a nice cold wedge of air sitting in here right now. Georgia, the Carolinas, and that's what this warm front is going to be combating, is that colder air. Not just colder air, but also drier air. In fact, that may even be the bigger part of it. Even if the temperatures can get into the upper 60s tomorrow for a lot of our region, can the dew points get up into those low to mid 60s? Obviously, things are looking great as we head into the weekend, and we'll worry about what's beyond that once we get through Friday. But the weekend does look good. Tomorrow, now it's level 2. They took the level 3 and shrunk it way down to just northern Mississippi, basically. So why is that? Why have we shrunk it? What are we looking at? There's still wind threat, 15%. That is much lower than Tuesday's wind threat, by the way. The hail threat is higher than Tuesday's was. Hail we really weren't concerned with on Tuesday. There was a little bit, but we're talking in terms of like larger hail, severe category. And then tornado. That unfortunately is higher than it was Tuesday at 5%. Most of us were at around the 5 or 2% level. Here's that wedge that I was referencing. Look at these dew points. All right, 26 Nashville, 41 Columbia, Atlanta and Macon still in the low 40s as well. Again, this is not a temperature. It's a measure of the moisture. The closer the temperature and the dew point are to each other, the more saturated your atmosphere is. And if it's warmer out, it takes more moisture to get that atmosphere saturated. So here we go. We head into our Friday. Cloud cover's ramping up over the later parts of the night. And here are those showers as we begin the morning, becoming thunderstorms as we get into lunchtime. Notice how these are very scattered and sporadic. You're not really seeing a line of storms, right? So without there being the line, that's why the wind threat has gone down compared to, say, Tuesday. But I'd say the tornado threat is higher because these storms are isolated. And while a number of them will likely just be thunderstorms, can't rule out the possibility that one or two of them start to rotate. And then you get a rotating supercell. Those can have larger hail. Those can spawn your long tracking tornadoes. Now again, that cold air staying with us will help to mitigate the overall potential and the amount of storms. But I cannot sit here and say, hey, we're not going to see any strong storms, because the other ingredients are all in place, and you get enough uplift to get one or two of them going, you could still end up seeing those storms being severe with the possibility for hail, a couple of strong wind gusts, or even a tornado, unfortunately. So for tomorrow, 66, that will be our high in Macon. Winds shifting from the south-southeast to the southwest throughout the day, could gust over 40 miles per hour. That's where that wind advisory is coming in. And this is what I'm looking at threat-wise, assuming things do start to pop off tomorrow. Again, medium threats for basically everything except large hail. The flooding is more so because of what happened Tuesday, and now we could be adding more rain to that. Your extended forecast is coming up in 10 seconds. Your 41 NBC AccuWeather 7-day forecast is brought to you by Volume Chevrolet. After tomorrow's storms, we're looking pretty good Saturday and Sunday. The rain chances overnight Monday into Tuesday continuing to drop, but we weren't expecting anything significant there. Pretty cold as we head into the middle of next week. Overnight Tuesday could dip below the 20s.